Welcome to the TMB Podcast. I'm Abdullah. This is Hafiz.
I'm Hafiz.
And I'm Ashraf.
And we'll be talking about band.
So all three of us were in the concert band in secondary school, and
We were?
Which secondary school?
undisclosed.
What?
Undisclosed.
Why is so... This is a podcast. People need to know.
I'm like Ron Swanson, I don't like to disclose anything. Okay, so anyway, we were all in
Best
band
school on
together.
the East Coast.
We were all in band together in secondary school when we were in Victoria together. Okay.
I was a percussionist.
Hafiz was a trumpeter and I was a
Yeah.
saxophonist.
Okay. Why don't we start from the beginning and talk about why we decided to join band?
Okay,
Ashraf.
so for me, my motivation for joining band was
Your-
very simple.
your cousin.
I had two cousins in band at the same time, and I was like, sure, why not? Okay, they both were in the French horn section.
Wow, and why are you in the saxophone section?
Funny story, I told the conductor on the day when we first came for band practice, when he was assigning us our instruments,
Yeah.
like deciding which instrument we should play, I asked him, can I play the French horn?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, why? They said, I have people who I'm familiar with in the French horn section. He said, no, I will decide where you go. You don't tell me where to put you. He said, okay, look at my face, stare at me intently for a short while. Get him a saxophone mouthpiece. Okay, so the senior, whose name Andrew at the time, he brought a saxophone mouthpiece. So like, blow into this. I was like, how? Okay, so form an M shape with your mouth. There's something called the ambrosia. Form an M shape. Pretend you're speaking like the word M. So
M.
like, yeah, so not the Italian M. So
Oh, no,
so he asked me to blow it, and I blew. And then there was a high pitched sound, which I didn't recognize. I was like, okay, you are going to saxophone. Then I was like, no, I'll go French horn. No, you're going saxophone. And that was it. So Hafiz, how was your tryout?
Well, I remember, I think the percussionists were chosen first, and they were chosen by the conductor asking who has experience in like piano or like percussion.
Was it? I don't remember this.
Yeah, I remember this because I wanted to be a percussionist.
Oh.
But then they only wanted 4 percussionists from Sec 1, and they chose all 4 in like the first 5 minutes. So I was a bit disappointed.
Wait, is that true? I think I remember it differently. I thought percussionists were those who couldn't blow anything, and they just sent to percussion.
I also remember
No.
the way Ashraf remembers
Really?
like,
it.
those who couldn't blow anything go to percussion.
There was only one person or 2 people who got chosen first in percussion.
Is it?
Which
Was
is
it Darren?
Daniel and...
Daniel and Keith, right?
No, Daniel and Darren lah.
Oh, really?
Not Keith.
Oh, because
Because
they have
Darren has-
percussion.
Darren- yeah.
Darren has
Right.
percussion.
Darren has
Yes.
experience and
I know
David,
that
Daniel.
there was another person who was chosen immediately without question.
Yeah.
Joshua.
Huh? Joshua?
Yeah.
Joshua.
French horn directly.
Oh,
No to audition also.
Why? Oh, wait.
DSA.
DSA. Are you sure DSA? I
think
think
it
he
was
played.
DSA.
He played in primary school, but I'm not sure that he DSA.
I think he DS it via French horn. Or maybe Mr. Tan knew about him.
He played something else. It was another horn.
oh, the UFO, the small UFO.
The small UFO, yeah.
What's it called?
UFO
No, the small UFO.
Small UFO.
Small
Whatever the small UFO is called. He was playing that
He was
one.
playing it, yeah. No, but I remember the percussionists were chosen first.
Okay, so are you done with your story?
Yeah, I'm done with my story because I wanted to be in percussion.
So my story is, I think I was like one of the last few to be chosen, and then they were like, "Bring this guy a clarinet." And blow into it. I couldn't blow into it.
There was no sound
Yeah, so like I think they were just looking at my lips for like a really long time.
because you have very thin lips. It's not good for blowing.
No, I think I had jongang, like I buck tooth.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
so buck tooth you either play clarinet or you play nothing. I think.
Why didn't they just keep you up?
Yes, I played nothing. I played the triangle for 4 years. Yeah, so I was sent to percussion. Maybe because I'm okay, no, not because I'm Malay. Right? Yeah.
They need the quota to be filled there in percussion.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
'cause everyone was Chinese there, right? Oh, yeah.
No, there's a Chindian there.
Yeah, just
Yeah, so I don't remember percussionists being chosen first.
really.
Yeah, so because I don't think I was the first to be chosen. But for juniors, I think for our junior batch, they were chosen first,
Yes.
so they won't feel bad. Okay, so let's move on. So now we're all in band. Okay, now we are Sec 1, we're all in band.
Yeah.
And then for concert band, it's a very weird culture. I didn't realize that it was weird, but it was weird because we had to call our seniors sir.
Yes.
Yeah, so for the longest time, I called my senior David sir.
Yeah.
Then I came to JC, and then I called him David sir, and I got slapped.
You got slapped.
It's like, hello.
No, you are
I
not
wanna
in
be-
band
I
anymore.
want to be cool in front of girls. Don't
No,
call me sir.
And also another thing, like if we saw them outside of band, we would have to greet them morning sir or something. Like we saw them,
Yes.
like we were naive at that point, still all fresh and doe-eyed. So whenever we saw them in the canteen, no matter how many times a day we saw them passing by in school, morning sir, afternoon sir, up to 7 times a day. I remember there was one senior who commented that this junior specifically greeted him 7 times in that particular day.
Wow. I think I remember someone saying that. Was it
Yes.
you?
No, it wasn't me. It was someone from percussion, but I should not name names.
No.
Oh, it's Abdullah.
Can you like whisper it?
I think you know who it is.
Sec 4. The guy.
No, the one who greeted 7 times in the same day.
Okay, whatever. I don't want to know. Anyways, yeah. So what's your fond memories of band?
Fondest memory?
Fondest memory, yeah. Choose one.
Hafiz, do you want to go first?
I have a fondest memory of Ashraf. Okay.
I'll go first.
Okay, how?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, my fondest memory is actually staying back in school for band practice. The band room closes at around 7 plus every day, right?
Yeah.
Until the uncle who locks up comes to chase us away.
Yeah.
And maybe we were not practicing all the time, but it was also like studying, playing games, and just hanging out. Yeah, so I think it's not exactly just one memory, it's the whole experience of staying back late.
I think I learned the most card games from band. I think.
Yeah.
What do we normally play? Tai Chi.
We
We did play
Bridge.
Bridge,
We
as
play
well.
bridge.
Bridge, yes.
Hearts. I learned hearts from
Hearts.
band. Definitely.
Same.
Yes, yes, I learned hearts from
Play
the
from
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Zaki.
Also, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Duel Master.
I don't remember that.
Oh wait, I think that was in Sec 3.
No, okay.
And also we used to play soccer at the area outside the band room.
Yeah.
And every time hit the gate,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so the spiral staircase.
And there was one idiot who played with a fire extinguisher there also.
Ah,
Let's not
We
name
shall not
names.
name names, like,
Let's
we
not
shall not
name
name
names,
names.
but someone did it.
yeah. Okay, Ashraf, what is your fondest memory?
I think my fondest memory, apart from the people, probably the Australia trip.
I wasn't there, man. I sent you guys off with Sam Wee, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was probably the fondest trip, fondest memory I have, because it's something that is completely out of my previous experiences. So it's totally new to me, something I've never done before. Going out to a foreign country with a group of people in a CCA setting, and also in Australia we learn from master classes from people who are professional players
Yep.
in Griffith University,
Mm.
and also the sightseeing there, going to Dream World,
Eating the
Movie World.
kebabs.
Yeah, eating the kebabs every single day.
Every single day.
Yeah. Would you like lettuce, tomato, or onion? Yeah.
Oh, really?
Chicken
Yeah.
or beef?
Was it your first time with traveling with friends?
Yeah, I think that was my first time traveling friends overseas.
Ah.
Mm.
Yeah, so I think that was something I hold very dear, because we had a lot of free time in the evenings after our band practice. So we would walk around
yeah.
Brisbane
Yeah, I
and
remember.
explore. So I remember the time we went in a group of 5 or 6, and then we ended up somewhere near
COVID.
under a bridge.
I was in that
Yeah,
group.
you were in that group.
I
Yes.
was
We ended
there.
up somewhere under a bridge. I don't know how we got there. We were just walking,
Yeah.
and then somehow we just ended up there.
Yeah.
And we took pictures there also.
Yes, I remember. We
Yeah.
still have that picture
We
together.
still have a picture, yeah. And
What
then
do you guys do?
We just sat under the
standing
bridge.
there.
Yeah.
So that's your fondest memory in
No,
Brisbane?
No, that's not my fondest memory in Brisbane, obviously. I'm just saying that
Fondest
these are
memory in
some of the
band.
things that we did there.
So
Yeah.
going under a bridge, taking pictures.
Have
is-
you been under a bridge in Australia?
No, I have not.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
and then when we went, it was winter time, so the sun set about 5.
Yeah.
So and
it's
everything
really
also closed at around 5 anyway.
So you guys were just hanging out under
So
a
we
bridge,
were
like
we were-
working class
yeah.
people.
Working class people. Yeah. So it's just spending time with people there,
Yeah.
experiencing things like going to that was where I ate Nando's for the first time also in Australia.
Yeah. That's
Nando's.
where Samuel Wee got his craving, right? Oh wait, he didn't go.
He didn't go. Now
He
you gotta-
FOMO.
Yeah, so FOMO. So that's where I ate Nando's for the first time, and it was so spicy, and I didn't expect it to be so spicy as well.
Right.
I remember Mr. Ikwan having to go buy milk for all of us.
Yeah, I remember that as well.
Yeah,
Yes.
he had to go and buy milk.
Which level did you guys eat?
I think it was extra hot because
I don't remember.
we
I just ate the
I
chicken.
remember I ordered extra hot because I thought like how hot could it be? I'm Indian. I'm used to spice. So like I just thought,
Oh.
okay, let's just go all the way, and it was not a good idea.
There were like several other non-Malay people there as well, right? They
Yes.
were eating as well.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember one of them had a very violent reaction. Like
Oh,
he needed the
couldn't take
most
spice at
milk.
all. Okay, I remember. I know who it is.
Yeah.
Oh my
remember,
God.
Yeah.
That was the person that the milk was bought for specifically.
Yeah. Then we all just took a bit of it.
Was he a clarinet player?
No, it wasn't.
French horn player?
I cannot disclose.
Cannot disclose.
So Abdullah, what's your fondest memory?
Okay, I actually can't remember much about band. I only remember it was one thing was getting punished by my seniors. Like we didn't practice something or we couldn't play something, so we had to do like 200 push-ups. Like they just say like 200 each.
Wow.
And like you have to like if you can't finish it, then you have a debt. You have to clear it no matter what. 200
Right.
push-ups, one shot.
Okay, but to be fair, the push-ups we did last time were
It was like
questionable.
HF push-ups. But anyways, we were just in push-up position for like the longest time. And our seniors would just be scolding us while we're in the push-up position. And then we're just like we're struggling keeping in that position because we're wearing socks. And then our arms are weak. And then the floor is slippery. And then they're just scolding us. But I think they might be laughing on the inside. Yeah. Yeah, so that was one memory. But I had also another good memory of Ashraf breaking his arm.
Oh my god.
Okay, no, actually I don't remember
was
that.
that a good memory for you?
I remember like we were
were
all
you even there?
I'm not sure. Like we were
Were
queuing, like we were late for, like everyone has to queue up. Sorry, what's it called? Like in the baris, like for
We were late for fall in.
fall in. Okay, let's fall in.
Fall in.
And were you late?
For attendance taking.
Yeah. So we had fall in, and then I don't know. they just mentioned something about Ashraf.
My
being
shirt
an
was
accident.
untucked.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I thought you were in
And
an
I
accident.
didn't know that my shirt was untucked.
Well, actually, there was a lot of people who were late all the time. Then if you're late, you have to wait
No,
at the side, right?
Yeah, I was late, so I like you wait at the side, then you march in, right?
Yeah.
My shirt was untucked at that point, so
Oh.
so like
Wait, the first in line. First in line has a greet, right?
I can't remember whether I was first in line, but I know that my shirt was untucked and I was asked to do push up.
See, I thought you
punishment.
did the push-ups like at the debriefing.
No, yeah, the push up was done later.
during
They,
the
they
debriefing.
were already kind of
Oh yeah, okay.
they
okay.
were already like rushing to set up
Yeah,
everything because Mr. Tan was
Yeah,
going
yeah.
to come soon.
So
Yeah.
so we fall in, and then latecomers have to greet the whoever was in front, right?
the band
Then-
major.
Band major, and then go to the back,
Yes.
and then after the whole band pack is over, during debrief, whoever's late had to stand up. Stand up, then say your reason why you're late.
And then yeah, usually the answer is no reason.
No reason.
Yeah.
And then you go into push-up position.
Yes. and then like Abdullah mentioned, the floor was slippery. So
It's impossible to
my right hand just skidded in front and I landed on my shoulder and then it came out of my socket.
Oh.
And I stood up like,
it's
what is wrong
dislocated.
with my hand? Why is it at a different position than it usually is? Like, so Mr. Like our band teacher was standing behind us while we were doing push-ups. So I stood
Yeah.
up and turned around and faced him like, so there's something wrong with my hand. Yeah, there's something wrong with your hand. So what are you going to do about it? So like I just tried to nudge it back into place and it went back in.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it wasn't a serious injury at the time because it happened the first time.
Dude, it just came out like
It just came out and like my hand was like literally hanging from the socket. Like,
wow.
what's going on? Because I think I was more in shock than in pain
Yeah.
because I didn't know what was happening. So I just like tried to push it back in and it went back in.
Nice. So you're an expert at this now.
So no.
Nice.
So after that, it happened 3 more times before I finally got corrective surgery.
Okay. Oh, so you're cured.
I'm cured now.
Nice.
Yeah. Basically, that was about it, lah.
Yeah, interesting. So Ashraf, I was not there for the later half of band. So what are some of the craziest stories in band that I missed out?
Hafiz, would you like to go first?
Oh my god.
To be honest, I cannot remember what happened in Sec 3 and Sec 4.
And maybe Sec 1, Sec 2. Remind me.
Okay, Sec 2, I think we were preparing for this concert. It's a mid-year concert that we have once every 2 years, I think. It's called the Musical World Series. So we were preparing for a Musical World. We were practicing. We were having, because it was a June holiday, so we were having band practice every day from 8 to 5. Full day marathon sessions.
Yeah.
Just trying to perfect as much as we could before the actual concert date.
Mm-hmm.
So there was this one practice that everybody just seemed out of it. Like, I don't know whether it was fatigue or just everybody was just mentally tired. But and we I can't remember the piece that we were practicing, but it was a crash of just noises bumping together, producing a rojak of noises. Okay, so Mr. Tan was trying to get the balance right because we had been practicing this piece in particular for quite some time, and we still haven't gotten the balance right. And it was a long piece.
Do you remember the title?
I think it was the Inn of Six Happiness, but I'm not
that song.
sure. It was like 5-6 pages the scores, so
Right, okay.
it is a long piece. So I think it was the second act,
Yeah.
and I know because this was in his words, Mr. Tan's words, the conductor's words, that
Yeah.
this was the most emotionally moving of the 3x.
Mm.
So he wanted it to be perfect, like he wanted the gravitas to come across in the
Gravitas.
the gravitas to come across in the sound. So what happened was like, and I'm sure that everybody was tired at this point. So he was just going over this particular section of the piece because he wanted to perfect it there and then before moving on.
Right.
Like, as you know how he's very particular about it.
Mm.
And we just couldn't seem to get it right. So he got more and more frustrated. Like, he would start and he would stop maybe in about 2 bars, saying like, no, I don't want this like this. I want it like this, like this, like this. So like, try again and again and again, like maybe 7-8 times. And I think he just ran out of patience at the point. And it's like, he hit the conductor stand and visibly showed his anger. Right. And he said that by tomorrow I want this to be perfect, and he left. So it wasn't the end of practice at that point. It was still about maybe 3+, and we were supposed to end at 5. But he was just done for the day. So we did a quick break up into sectionals. Like the band major, like, okay, everybody just break up into sectionals, perfect this, and make sure it doesn't happen again tomorrow. So like, and that was like the most surreal thing I've ever experienced in a bandroom setting, because where the conductor just literally just
up and left.
Yeah, up and left in the middle of practice because he was just pissed off. Yeah. So that was probably like the most, that was maybe for all of us the first time where he actually showed visible anger. Yeah.
So did he break the baton or the conductor stand?
I think the conductor stand was damaged.
I thought he just walked out. Did he punch the stand?
Oh, did he? Something happened.
I know that the stand was damaged.
He definitely punched
because we had to get a new stand.
Yeah. Something happened to the stand. Definitely happened.
Yeah.
I think he couldn't adjust the height of the stand anymore. Or maybe one of the legs were broken.
Yeah.
Something happened. But yeah. So Hafiz, what's your craziest memory of band when you were in VS for 4 years?
Okay, I would say that the craziest memory was our SYF piece that we played in 2009. It was titled Symphonic Movement, and it's the craziest memory because it was one of the most difficult pieces that I've ever had to learn for band, and it was crazy because of the amount of hours that we put in just to master this one song. Of course, SYF you have two songs that you have to play, but having to practice like almost every day for just these 2 songs was something that I've never done before. Of course, I've only been in 2 SYFs. SYFs. So yeah, and it was so crazy that I know some of our bandmates cried from like the sheer tiredness and desperation that they felt practicing this song. Yeah.
Just to disclaim here, Symphonic Movement is I think a grade 7 piece, or at least a grade 5 piece if I'm not wrong. And the first time that my section, the saxophone section, tried to play that piece in full, in totality, it was just silence until the last note. And I remember clearly that the section leader at the time, he remarked that, at least you all know where you are. It was mind-boggling how difficult that piece was.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I don't know how I don't think I even managed to learn 100% of the piece, maybe 95% of the piece, because I am sure that there are some parts I just could not get. It was just that difficult. Like, you have to come in on the 3/4 beat. Like, how do you even time that? Yeah. And you have to play a 3/4 beat just for that one semi-quaver. And then that's it.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you miss it, that's it.
Yeah.
The life of a percussionist is like this too.
Yeah. So like, this is something that as a saxophone player I have not experienced. Because saxophone players usually have flowing melodies or flowing harmonies. We don't have much rest. We have a lot of things to play. So for us is the most difficult thing was counting where we were, because there was a lot of rest spots in this one. Rest bars in this.
What you face, right?
Yes.
So counting was the most difficult thing here, because we had never done anything like this. As a saxophone player, as a woodwind, as a woodwind, you don't really count that much because you know where you are. You listen to other sections, then you realize where you're supposed to come in. It's like that. That's how we train by ear. But this one, nobody knew where they were. Nobody knew how to play. So we really had to diligently count every single bar. You have to be alert at all times. There was not a single second that you can, I just relax for a while, stop counting. I listen to where the other players are playing, and then come in based on what I know where to come in.
You must focus the whole way.
You must focus the whole way. There is no time for any lapse of concentration. When Symphonic Movement was just another level. I don't think I've ever played any piece that is as difficult, technically difficult as that.
I've played a more difficult piece.
I haven't.
Symphony of Winds. which was the
VJ?
which was the VJ SYF piece. If I were to compare Symphonic Movement and Symphony of Winds, right? Symphony of Winds was technically harder, and it was much harder to learn. But Symphonic Movement was enjoyable. It was hard, right? But it was enjoyable.
I mean, it sounds nice when everybody can play everything.
It sounds nice when everyone plays together. Symphony of Wind is just...
It doesn't sound nice when everyone can play together.
Yeah.
Let's just put it at that. Just imagine a piece that someone actually composed and the end result when a professional plays it still down. So
it still sounds like nobody knows how to play it.
It's like abstract. Yeah, so for me, I do not have any memories. So let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up
Right,
here.
let's wrap it up so we can eat.
Okay. So Max is here. We gotta go.
All right.
Bye.
Okay,
Bye.